The actual document is called Restoring America's Promise, etc. They're quite strident.
You may want to ask Claude to include the word Kremlin in Project 2026.
I asked was, actually what I said was Russian involvement. That was my question.
How about this off the side of brief, which I get a brief.
It says my search didn't surface credible reporting establishing that, so it's pushing back.
Okay, when I get home, I'll look at my AI because I pay for it, and I might get a different answer.
No, I pay for mine as well.
Oh, you do? Oh, all right, never mind.
So I'm just saying that whenever it's being fed, that's what's spitting back out at me. That was all. That was my.
I got the weirdest answer. I said, what can AI do if it's trained on lies and disinformation? And it says the short answer, an AI trained on a corpus contaminated with lies, mis and disinformation absorbs it as if it were fact. This is Claude. And the effect, this is paid for Claude, and the effect is disproportionate to how much bad data actually goes in. Ooh, that's interesting. Which means it's a lot worse.
Sounds more like it.
Well, wait, but then it goes, how bad the contamination problem is. The research here is genuinely striking. A Nature Medicine study found that replacing a tiny fraction of medical training data with misinformation caused models to generate a meaningfully higher rate of harmful, medically incorrect conclusions, and separate work quantified this.
I was very distinctly underground. I do know these days one's not allowed to think anything other than what a great statesman Kennedy was. He was his royal deputy. Do you think I can stand political frustrations, resentments? I do.
It's
We
cheaper.
know that, yeah.
It's cheaper. You don't have to investigate anything, and it appeals to emotions. So I think, and we are living in a post-factual world anyway. I mean, more and more due to. So yeah, it's an interesting pathway. So I think it's most important that we find shared reality through fiction or rationale.
Well, fiction, how about like in your physical lived experience right in front of you? I mean, maybe we start with that.
No, that's no longer requirement.
What? If I go outside and it's raining on me, that is a verified fact.
But we are spending less and less time in that reality.
No, some
So
people
we're
are spending
spending a
more
lot
time.
of time in sitting in front of iPhones and computers or whatever. So yeah, it's an interesting, and language basically is the key. It was the key that made us different from apes and collaborate on a bigger scale. But yes, language will be dominated by AI. So language basically slips out of our brains and takes on a life by itself. And that's actually the thing we will all experience soon. So there's an existential need to build or to contemplate about sharing reality.
And that must be why 1,200 people signed a letter. 1,200 people who work for AI companies signed a letter saying, please slow down. I'm slow down with an element. It's scary. When I get home, I can look that up online too, because that was an article that was released over the weekend. Oh boy!
The question is if that's realistic, because we are in a race, and it's not like.
He's a terrorist who killed millions of people. He's responsible for like the direct deaths of.
Yeah, but I don't think it's about Trump, the new era of brotherhood. I just think, there's things called international law, and there's alliances, and there's global accountability, and I think that countries, rather do business with Israel in the West than not because of theology at this point. You know what I mean? I don't think there's one. I think there's the diversity of what Islam is and what it isn't is so pervasive around the Middle East that you could pick and choose like partners that are non-aggressive and really build great futures. So I mean, Jelani, I think I'm still not fully clear on like his whole purpose, but it seems like Trump is seeing him as like another like attack dog, in the region that like we'll send Jelani in there to Lebanon. You know what I mean? And
because Jelani is a killer. But the issue with a type of killer like this is you have to keep a gun at their head at all times. You have to give them a gun and keep a gun at their head at all times.
Israel, like when Assad left, they did a tremendous job at just like degrading all the infrastructure.
Are
in Syria,
patrilineal Jews included in the
right?
title of the women who
And
love them?
when you look at even with the Iran war, like look how Israel and America performed versus Russia, against the Ukraine. In terms of just like efficiency and all these types of things. So like, I think with Jelani, I think Syria will stay like an underdeveloped nation and, not necessarily technologically so advanced.
Yes. Tell me about the primordial.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, moderators. I'd like to talk about the title of your room.
Okay, go for it. What did you like? What would you like to say? I was basically designing an atheist-themed Monopoly board game, and I was trying to mine for some ideas and see what the people in Clubhouse come up with. What is Park Avenue property become in the atheist version?
Well,
Moral compass, like Nietzsche.
well, Toys R Us is back. Toys R Us is back at the mall, and they have a 2-for-1 special on categories, on Scrabble.
Oh, it's the clown. Oh,
and Monopoly.
Chicago. Hey. Did you say Scatagory?
What I'm
That's
trying.
kind of a weird Aleister Crowley slip right there.
No, Scatagories. It's a game. You never played Scatagories?
I mean, Scatagory sounds like scatological games, which I've never played before.
Well, you know what they say in the ghetto, right?
Do you want to put your finger in my butthole? Like, what are you saying right now? He's a glass bottom boat kind of guy, is what he's saying. Oh, I see. That makes sense.
What I'm trying to say is that when I hear irreverent conversation, I often
irrelevant and irreverent.
Yeah, I often fail to consciously think that I'm dealing with atheist faggots, faggot atheist retards.
It's hard to consciously think of. I mean, you're just trying too hard.
No, I mean it's true because
you're a theist faggot.
If
you really forced the atheist faggot. Really, it could have gone anywhere.
Barbie hit the nail. Barbie just.
You're kind of limited in your material. I know.
I got more respect for Barbie than I did before.
For a god, we get it. Yeah. I mean, you're like a merchant of boredom.
You see, the master doesn't speak. The master does. The master is action, karma. It's. You're just lucky I'm here with my gay rainbow-colored speaker PTR to communicate with you, my superior linguistic language intelligence, for a brief moment before I go into my morning ritual.
Your speaker's gay because there's like a lot of colors and around the woofers there.
The rainbow speakers of my... So that is an $80 large Bluetooth speaker. And I'm blasting my AI music and also Clubhouse rooms.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's. Did you spend all of your Uber money on that?
Yeah. Excuse me. Sometimes burps smell worse than farts.
Well, that's a stomach problem. You might need to go get that checked out.
If you go to an all-night after-party banger and you, blow a couple guys and drink their loads, is that good for gut health?
I don't know. Why don't you smell your burps and tell me?
If you're LGBTQIA+, What's the smegma-like situation in the community?
I don't know. Pull your foreskin back and smell.
I'm not Jewish. My mother's gorgeous. Alright, guys, it's been fun chatting. I gotta get to the higher level IQ Ashkenazi domination, global domination room. Toodles! Talk to you all soon! Bye bye! It's been fun. Hello? Well, did I clean out the atheists? See, I don't know if you know this about me, Roybus, but I actually have like a subatomic, subautomatic, subconscious like thing where if I'm around an atheist, a godless creature, um, well, here, especially here on Clubhouse, in the real world, I am almost always polite and respectful, even if I don't want to be. Like the other day, this big, fat, disgusting blob who was talking or friends with a friend, and I bought some shots for all these girls. Well, I just threw this fat loser into the mix because he was with the party, and I didn't want to be rude. And next thing I know, this fucking loser, fat piece of shit was my best friend that I didn't want. But I didn't want to be rude. So what I'm trying to say is that Clubhouse is a special kind of torture chamber where you and I and anyone else can mock, denigrate, and ridicule.
Software, which means it won't be able to update. It takes a little while, like a couple weeks, but after that, they won't have access. Now, however, with Israel, and this is how they have their advantage, is that all the infrastructure for the F-35 is done through Israel, not in coordination with the United States. And Israel has the ability to improve on the F-35, like add things and the higher technologies that the United States may or may not even be aware of. But the other countries don't have that dynamic with F-35.
Yeah, so America effectively keeps the keys, and they can shut it down when they choose to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got it. I guess I also.
It's crazy. Like I live in another city, so like in front of me there's a church. On the side of me there's Marzin AC. And on the
Wait, what is this?
the Mount of Olives.
Har is 18.
What did I say? AC?
Har is in Nisim. Har is 18. Zeit is 18.
It's 18. Olives.
Mm-hmm.
Get credit for trying.
Hey. The Hebrew thing is just like, it's like, I got it, but the biggest thing for me was just like reading like with proficiency, like to like prayer or lead, or something. So that's been a focus for me, and it's like a lot of the words that I have are words that are in the Gemara. So like regular in the Torah, in the Tanakh, whatever. Those words I had to learn when I was in yeshiva. So those words, pretty much kind of now pronunciation at times. If I don't really focus and I just talk like I do in English, then I'm going to say words not exact, right? But if I like focus on it, I'll be more exact or so anyway. So it's a process, I'm integrating, and I never took OPAN. I just been in yeshiva all the time. You think about yeshiva.
Yeshiva is better. Yeshiva is better than Ulpan, especially if you take the Hebrew classes, because it's functioning in Hebrew, so it's hard to not be proficient or develop a level.
Like even when I was in certain yeshivas and I was in like really high shears, it wasn't because my language ability was great, but I was able to like grasp the logic of the Gemara and in the mechanism of the Rishonim with halakha and those different things. So that's why I was able to navigate in a rabbinical program, having really like poor language skills. And so one of my rabbis told me, he's like, you know, like you're improving like every year. You know, you're improving, so you're going to improve. But you know, at the same time, you know, you know cleared the understanding of how to, you know, see something in, you know, a pasuk in the Torah and see where, you know, the Tanaim, you know, wanted to understand it in the Mishnah, and then, you know, you could go through the conversations and discussion in Mishnah and Gemara, and then you could go to the Rishonim and see what conclusions they came to, and then you could see how, you know, that turned into the system that we call the Torah. And then in the Torah, you can see how the Beis Yosef came. And then from there, you can see, you know, how he, you know, wrote the Beis Yosef, or Rabbi Yosef Karo did the Beis Yosef, and then he wrote Shulchan Aruch. And then I could go through that in the essay, right? And be able to give someone, you know, like I don't give the thought, but someone ask me a question, I could go inside of the text and give them all the variables that exist, you know, with the Rishonim and things like that. I would need help with certain words and phraseologies and context, but yeah, it's where I'm at right now.
Great.
Yeah.
I suggest you watch the news.
I know. But my brain is just so like just that. But I can't say that I can listen to conversations and I could break the words. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound like one fluid stream. Like I actually could like hear I could hear the prefix letters, you know, before certain words. I could hear the chord. I just may not know that particular word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
But at some point, I gotta go to Opon, you know what I mean? Or something like it, you know, or maybe just work with somebody on it. But you know, I don't think it's gonna be that difficult because like my brain is like readjusted, you know, in that way. And so I just think it's just for me. And also, like one of the great things about yeshiva too, you learn how you learn. Because there's like everyone has a unique way of just learning something. That's why chavrusa is such a big deal because you're learning more about how someone else learns than we can allow you to understand how you understand. But so yeah, so that part of it is there. So I kind of like know how I want to approach it. I just right now I just don't have the headspace to be like, okay, well let me. I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to learn it, you'll learn it. You have a lot of opportunities out here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get there. I'm just saying, like, I just been in a tour. You know what I mean? It's like the one downside is that there's a lot of Rabbanim that I want to learn from, but I can't really learn from. Even I don't know if you know Yaakov Hillel. Like, he's like a big person in the Haredi Yeshiva world, but even him, like, we got along really well. And it's just like you only could go so far with me until you improve in Hebrew, you know, in terms of Shurim.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a massive guy.
I mean, is he like 500 pounds?
No, but he's just a huge tummy chacham, and you know, he's like a Kabbalist. He's like a Kabbalist that like they accept in the yeshiva world type of thing.
Yaakov Moshe Hillel, head of Kabbalistic Yeshiva Ahavat Shalom in Yerushalayim. This was started this up there. So, student includes Rabbi Daniel Fleischer.
I don't know.
Oh, he was born in Mumbai. Oh, he's Indian. This guy.
No, he's not. He's like Iraqi. But
Yeah, he went Iraqi Indian.
Yeah.
He lived in England, studied at Kate's Head Yeshiva.
Which is really stark. I think Rabbi Falk was over there.
Yeah.
He passed away. Huge person.
Rob Shop.
Right, shot. Come on, Russia.
Yes.
Kitover, Kitover.
It's summertime. We're making fish tacos.
Anybody on of stone, rest whispers soft, the only throne. Hunger's the beast, the sharpest sting, the body cries, its constant claim. But on and on, eternally seen, awaits, it sets us free. Pain walks close, a shadowed friend. Each step we take, it will attend. But joy lies quiet, just out of view. A higher peak, a sky so blue. Feel the weight, feel it break. Every ache, every quake. Hunger's the beast, the sharpest sting. The body cries, its constant claim. But on and on, a truly seen awaits, it sets us free. No flame is fear, no chain is tight. This body's war, this endless fight. But higher still, beyond the fray, rest calls my name, and I obey. dance in the shadows from dusk until dawn. Unspoken the whispers that drift through the trees. Unbroken the vow carried soft on the breeze. Oh, fiery Valkyrie, I invoke, through the flames and the embers, the spell is bespoke. Your arrows and slinging, the spring's tender glow. A force wild and brilliant, a power I know. A secret communion of hearts left unsung. The listless, resistless, tumultuous tongue. Through veils of the morning, her armor does gleam. The warrior spirit ignites every dream. No godhead could charm her, no throne could command, but manhood awakened, she took up her stand. In brilliance resilient, her fire does burn, a goddess of spring, with the world left to turn. Oh, fire of Vajri, I invoke, through the flames and the embers, the spell is bespoke. Your arrows unslinging, the spring's tender glow. A force wild and brilliant, a power I know. By the mystical union of fairy and fall, a dance in the shadows from dusk until dawn. Unspoken listless, resists its tumultuous tongue. Through veils of the morning, her armor does gleam. The warrior spirit, it makes every dream. No godhead could charm her, no throne could Shadows dance, they break the light. Echoes hum, the stars ignite. I was yours, you were mine. A spell woven in the spine. I crimson skies, the hour bends, time unfolds, but never ends. Fingers trace the edge of fear. Your voice lingers, sharp and clear.
I knight you, chief time waster of today. In the name of His Royal Highness King George, I knight you as being the chief time waster of the day. Rise, knight, chief time waster of today.
Breathing in the noise, breathing out the road. One heartbeat on repeat, feels like it never moves.
You're wasting your time. What are you doing? What you taking over life? I didn't even better than now.
Stands always before my eyes. Always before my eyes.
You really better than now.
Infinitely large, infinitely small. I reach to draw a line and there's no line at all. Every time I name it, it slips right through my core. No distance now, no then and now. Definitions vanish, I let it all fall out. No edge, no stars, just this open.
He's such a self-absorbed narcissist.
In a single thought,
We only do this for 1 hour every morning. This is my Tony Robbins hour of power. You guys know who Tony Robbins is?
stands always before my eyes. Always before my eyes. Always before my eyes.
And like they use their minds to accomplish
A
their
single
goals. They
thought,
outsource
thousand.
thinking or accomplishment. They'll take the benefits. So yeah, why would they need their critical thinking skills? I think you're going to see a lot of dumbing down in different areas.
Well, the question is, can humanity really afford that?
But that's the thing. It's going to be dumbing down in certain areas. Just like I am absolutely stupid when it comes to tending a farm, but my ancestors needed to become experts at that in order for me to survive. So too, my kids will like look at the keyboard as like a crazy old defunct technology or whatever. And that's just an expertise that I'm mastering that they won't have, but they'll have different expertise, more suited to a very AI heavy world, which, you know, I didn't grow up in. That hasn't been a truth of my world yet.
So I heard in another room they were saying that AI is taking over language. And so
That
what
is
is
the worst vocal fry I've ever heard.
excuse me? I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. I was asking a legitimate question. Like, how does AI take over language in our collective consciousness? Hello?
It would, AI would take over maybe the written word. Everything written might start being AI.
But what about like social audio AI? Wait, hold on, Black Rabbi. I didn't interrupt you. How does it take over our communication in social AI platforms such as Clown House? Hello? Stop interrupting me. Go back to your Havruta or go back to your Ulpan. Jeez, you haven't even done Ulpan yet.
The takeover effects the rest of the population will be like anyone who reads will be brainwashed in a certain like predictable way, which was always like true. But spoken word, you can access people in a non-published format. So Clubhouse is somewhat insulated until there are really good AI chatbots that are like straight up, Turing test passing. Like we're just talking to them and it sounds just like any of us with foibles and mistakes and confusions and insults and emotions, like all feigned responses, pure pea zombie. But like when it does that, yeah, then it'll invade this space and then you won't even be able to have free conversations.
In your opinion.
Not unless you're not unless the guy you're talking to is right in front of you and you're sure he doesn't have an implant or glasses or contact lenses or a wristwatch or something up his ass that is communicating. Then
Speaking about something up his ass. Speaking about something up his ass.
Brainwashed.
The thing about it is, I think eventually LGBTQIA+ will be censored by the AI. What do you think? Should we put guardrails in
Probably
place?
not. No, I think AI will increase all of that. The more control you
He kicked me.
environment, the more
It kicked me to go.
They'll flip back and forth. They'll
Stretching wide, where time collides, emptiness whisper, a silent sound, no up, no down, no edges found. 10,000 years in a single beat, infinity stands beneath my feet. No
Go to ChicagoMayorVotes.com. This is the John Kitover Show. And the John Kitover Band merging together to fight.